Welcome to L&N Federal Credit Union Stadium. EA Sports College Football just about a month into the season, and we are ready for this Week 4 clash. It's the Iowa Hawkeyes and the Louisville Cardinals. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Did you know Louisville has one of the most unique stories about their stadium in all of college football? The L&N Federal Credit Union Stadium was built on a former railroad repair yard that opened in 1998. The land on which it was built was previously serving as a site for the Louisville and Nashville South Louisville Rail Yard. During construction of the stadium, the blaring train horn was used at the rail yard to indicate shift changes and was reclaimed. It is now blown pregame and each time the Cardinals score. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Gonna run it, it's long. They were all over it.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. The Cardinals will punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. The Hawkeyes offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand that this guy is a top-shelf player. And I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season. But this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
Oh, the sweet spin, and he's free. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it on the counter. Knocked down immediately.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Joseph. On the move, he fires. Left side is Parker. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Here's a gift to Malton.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Rush right in his face. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
In most instances, I would say really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think he'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Joseph from the gun on 3rd down. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Hawkeyes! Makes the catch, plenty of room, feet down in the end zone. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0.
Really nice timing on that throw by the quarterback. Took his steps, he hitched, he got rid of it quickly on a line, put it on his guy running straight down the field, and he's able to catch it in the end zone.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And he knocked him down after a gain of... the 23.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll pull it down. Quarterback gets the first down. At the 45 on its way. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
How nice is it to be an offensive coordinator and you call a pass play, but your guy turns it into an explosive run? Like, that is so much fun to call. Good protection up front, but he just sees space so well. They drop back, he finds the hole, and man, before you know it, he's just chewing up yards and making big plays.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They put the brakes on him.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Trying to escape and get it himself. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. A field goal try would have been a 51-yarder. They'll opt instead to try to move the chains on 4th down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, this offense didn't get off to the start they wanted, going 3 and out of the gate. But on the second drive, they're doing much better. They're finding a rhythm. And I think a big part of that is establishing the running game. A really nice job on that last one, picking up the first down.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Caught. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. From the gun, it's Brown. Here's a little room, and into the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Louisville!
That's a nice job by the offense there on their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Hawkeyes offense heads out to start this drive. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Jukes his way for more. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Taking it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Great place to start for this offense. Gets the back moving. Trying to run, it's McClure. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Right back to it. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. Right at the line. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a 1st down.
I think it would be great if this offense leaned on the run game more in the red zone. Leaned on their back, man. Give it to him. Let him do his thing. He hadn't even gotten the end zone yet this season, so love to see him get that.
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Cardinals. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And here comes the Iowa offense ready to go to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Throwing Joseph. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown Cardinals. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Iowa has the ball back on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Moulton. Good surge up front. Give him 4 out to the 18.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Joseph. Quickly out to the tight end.
Hey, man, that's a frustrating end to that play. And I say that, man, because you need to give me everything you have. Like, I can't run out of bounds. I got a chance to maybe get the 1st down, lower my shoulder, be physical. My team needs a couple more yards to get the 1st down. And dude chose to run out of bounds.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Makes the catch, and he's free. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Fresh set of downs going up top. Lets it go. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Second and long here. The run inside. It's McClure. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Draw play, it's Martin. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And oftentimes running backs love draw plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second. So the D-line's rushed away upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
There he goes. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. And the Cardinals pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. The Hawkeyes call a timeout. It's their first. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Iowa spends his 2nd timeout here. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Now the Hawkeyes will call their 3rd and final timeout. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about the 1st half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even...
He unleashes a long one. Makes a deep grab. Smashes through the tackle. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Iowa! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
I guess it could have been worse on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 15. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. This drive will open from the 15. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that.
Lots of running room. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds, marking at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Finds his target. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him. Got him on the ground too quick.
They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. Nice route. Nice catch by the running back.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Stepping to the right. Throwing on the run. And it's picked off right at the goal line. And he will step out.
I don't think he caught that. Can't challenge it.
What a way to get the ball back for his offense.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point and he was able to come away with the pick.
Breaks into the open. They'll bring him down, but not before he put people in the spin cycle. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. And leading things off, we take a look at Miami, taking on the number 4 team, the Florida State Seminoles.
On the move from inside is 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. What do they have to say coming out of halftime, Holly?
Coming out of the locker room, the Cardinals head coach told me he is very pleased with his defense right now. As you know, this quarterback that they're facing has got so much hype and so much attention, but they have been able to contain him in the first half. They get the ball here to start the second. We'll see if this defense can keep up that same momentum and shut down that quarterback here in the third. Nice.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Finds his man, and they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Hawkeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. He's got great speed. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Louisville's offense has taken the field, and they look ready to go. Tight end now in motion. Making the adjustment on the play. On the run, it's McClure. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
To the house! Touchdown, Cardinals! These guys are really hitting their stride in Week 4 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Hawkeyes offense heads out to start this drive. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great.
Hey, we got to pick that off, boys.
Be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something up.
And the Hawkeyes lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Not able to get outside. They tried to run wide, and they got nothing. It'll be 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Making his first move. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. Defense better dig in for the run. Heavy formation is there. Quick give. It's McCord. They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Going to try to get it himself. He slides past the 1st down marker, and he'll convert that 3rd and long.
And that is such a gut punch for this defense because you're trailing in the game. You're trying to get off the field. You think you got the quarterback in the backfield for a sack, and he's able to escape, scramble, and go pick up the 1st down. That is a killer. If you're the defensive coordinator, you've now got to find more ways to get pressure on this guy and get him on the ground.
Sweet little juke, and he's going to wind up picking up 8. The Cardinals with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Out wide left, it's Johnson. At the 35, he's loose. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. And the Cardinals have this offense rolling. Straight ahead, it's Brown. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. See if they stick with that plan on 2nd. Motion from the wideout. RPO complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The Cardinals have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Fresh center downs going to the air. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on 1st down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Louisville! And the pummeling has started.
Well, they've been calling his number, running the ball a lot on this drive, Dave. That's an outstanding run right there. But whether it's designed or whether it's off script, scrambling around, this defense can't find a way to corral this guy. And if I was on offense, I'd keep letting him do this.
Yeah, and the annoying thing is, man, the quarterback gets the ball every single play. They snap it to him. He can throw it. He can scramble. He can run. So really just opens up the whole field is at his mercy. And this defense right now, not finding a lot of answers. They've got to do something to stop this quarterback.
Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Joseph. Just a short pass to the tight end. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. They'll move the wide receiver. They go play action with Joseph. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. That's the end of the quarter, and Louisville has the edge. A quick pause here to look at the numbers as they are threatening to pull away in this game. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Throwing Joseph. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chip.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football was going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did right there getting the sack.
Joseph from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down. The Hawkeyes, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Joseph. Right side, it's Howard.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Under pressure. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
No harder position to play in the ball game than the offensive line. You know, tonight in this game, you're down by a lot. You know you have to pass the football. Man, it's a tough job to protect up front, and they definitely struggled on that play.
Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. And the Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Throwing Joseph. Unloads to the right. Only
Catch that, dog.
It's so close to his 2nd interception of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. 2nd down, gonna throw it. The screen, he's got wheels. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. A manageable distance on 3rd down as they try to convert from the 20. Run in the red zone, it's Moulton. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Looking for the marker. He won't get there. The defense with a 4th down stop.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it to them.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, these 4-3 defensive ends that can get pressure on quarterbacks, they get paid a lot of money in the National Football League, and that's why. When you can get out of your stance and win it around the edge to get to the QB, not many guys do it as well as that.
Makes the grab down the middle. Crosses the 30. He's got to lay it. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. And the Cardinals, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. The throw. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there. Long way to go on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Flip it out to the back on the screen. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. The Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Second down, gonna throw it. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. And the Cardinals go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Out wide right, it's McWilliams. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes the Iowa offense ready to go to work. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Myers on the move. Left side, it's Moulton. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Enough to move the chains. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. With the clock running, this should be the final play.